From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Peach. Here's a look at what's going on. Former Frontier Community College and Fairfield High School volleyball coach Chet Snyder appeared in Wayne County Court on Tuesday, entering a not guilty plea to multiple felony charges. WFIW says Snyder faces counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse with someone over the age of 5, criminal sexual abuse by force, unlawful restraint, and giving or selling alcohol to a minor. Snyder is still under strict pretrial conditions, including GPS monitoring and an order barring any contact, direct or indirect, between him, his associates, and the alleged victims. The next pretrial conference in the case set for December 16th. Meanwhile, former Frontier Community College Dean of Instruction Paul Brunsma has pleaded guilty to a felony sex charge in Wayne County Court. WFIW says that on Tuesday, the 52-year-old Brunsma of Wayne City entered a guilty plea to a charge of grooming. In exchange for the plea, prosecutors dismissed the charge of criminal sexual abuse, sexual conduct with the use of threat or force. Sentencing is set for December the 2nd, a status hearing for November 18th. As part of the plea, State's Attorney Kyle Ellis withdrew his petition to deny Brunsma pretrial release. Pending sentencing, Brunsma is required to wear a GPS ankle monitor, have no unsupervised contact with minors, and is prohibited from internet access. He must also undergo an updated sex offender evaluation. Out of Edwards County Court, several residents are facing felony charges after recent court filings. WFIW reporting 25-year-old Hunter B. Futrell of Albion faces multiple felony charges related to an alleged sexual abuse case. Futrell has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a person at least 5 years younger than himself and a charge of grooming. He remains at the White County Jail, and a pretrial hearing is set for October the 10th. 45-year-old Justin Hawkins of Albion has been charged with aggravated battery of an individual over the age of 60 and domestic battery with bodily harm. The charges were filed September 30th. Hawkins will have a preliminary hearing Friday, October 31st. And 42-year-old Christopher C. Jones of Grayville has been charged with possession of less than 5 grams of suspected meth. That dates back to the filing on September the 10th. Jones will make a court appearance next Tuesday. And 20-year-old Mikkel J. Pierce of Bone Gap has been charged with possession of a stolen vehicle, the charge dating back to August 31st. Pierce is slated to appear in court for a preliminary hearing October 10th. 2 arrests to report out of White County. WRUL reports that on Saturday, the White County Sheriff's Department assisted Gallatin County deputies with a male subject involved in a shooting. All officers responded to a residence in New Haven to apprehend the individual. Benjamin Steele was arrested and taken to the White County Jail by officers. And Dylan Gross of Evansville was served a warrant while at the White County Jail stemming from 2022 and charges Gross with theft with burglary being dismissed. The warrant was due to a petition to revoke his probation. The former Snap-on Tools property on Oak Street in Mount Carmel could soon become the site of a solar farm. WSJD reports that at a special city council meeting this week, City Clerk Ryan Turner says a local group, TikTok Energy, headed by developer Dean Kiefer, is looking to lease the about 11-acre site for a 40-year period. TikTok would be responsible to maintain the property, saving the city money and manpower. Turner said TikTok plans to spend about $5 million on turning the land into a solar farm, energy from which would be targeted to low-income households, city entities, and nonprofits in Mount Carmel. The energy savings for those opting in could approach 40%, according to Turner. The City Council Monday greenlit the proposal to the next step. For its part, TikTok will pay the city $100 a year and pay the property taxes on the site. That $100 annual fee is the same amount the city charges West Berwick for use of the clubhouse at the golf course. Turner and City Mayor Joe Judge will now continue discussions with TikTok before the deal is finalized. The approval Monday is just the first step in the process, as TikTok Energy, headed by Dean Kiefer, will now apply for grant funding. The Illinois Secretary of State's office has announced that the Mount Carmel DMV will close permanently Friday, November 14th. This after officials were unable to reach agreement with a landlord of the facility located on 2nd Street. Now, according to the Secretary of State, the Mount Carmel location ranks among the lowest in transactions statewide, averaging only 15 driver's licenses issued or renewed per day out of the 122 offices in the state. Residents would be able to still access DMV services at nearby facilities in Lawrenceville, Fairfield, Carmel, and Olney. The 5 employees at the Mount Carmel site will be transferred to other nearby locations, ensuring continuing service. Now, this comes after Mount Carmel Mayor Joe Judge and State Senator Terry Bryant and State Representative Dave Severin had apparently pointed the DMV to a new location on West 9th. However, WSJD reporting a deal on that site could apparently not be reached, leading to the closure. WNOI reports that the Flora City Council met Monday. Newly appointed Commissioner Lacey Lewis was sworn into office, taking over the vacated seat left by newly appointed Mayor Linda Spicer. The council approved closing North Avenue for the Flora Homecoming Parade tonight at 7:30 p.m. That'll run from State to Mill Street. The council also approved spending $17,000 to replace the city's old Christmas decorations that are some 27 years old. The council also approved the standard operating procedures resolution for the police department dealing with the use of digital media retention and automated license plate readers. The council was updated on the proposed new wastewater treatment plant as the city has been assigned a new engineer with the IEPA, which did cause some delay in getting the construction permit for the plant. The permit should be issued possibly later this month. The discussion continued around the design of the plant. The current facility, nearly 100 years old, the city has secured funding from the USDA at 2% plus $5.2 million in grant funding for the project. The council also approved declaring property at 848 Rio Grande and 847 West Maple in Flora as unsafe and dangerous. Meanwhile, 2 change orders for the sanitary sewer work being performed on North Olive and Seminary Streets were approved. The changes total some $210,000 to Kiefer Brothers construction of Mount Carmel. More election news tonight out of Wayne County as 46-year-old Ryan Best of Fairfield has announced his candidacy for Wayne County coroner in next year's election. Best has worked in the funeral service industry for the past 18 years at Johnson and Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield and is a lifelong Fairfield resident. He and his wife of 23 years, April, have 3 children, Dylan, Ava, and Caden. Best says he's committed to serving Wayne County with integrity and professionalism. He will be seeking the Republican nomination in the March primary. Deputy Coroner Sherry Winter was appointed to serve out the remainder of Carrie Jo Dagg's term after Dagg passed away last month. This traffic alert, Illinois Department of Transportation has announced the north leg of US 45 and Illinois Route 1 intersection just south of Norris City in White County will close for about 10 days. The closure is due to pavement replacement work. Once the north leg repairs are complete, the south leg will also close for about 10 days for similar work. Throughout construction, the east and westbound traffic through the intersection will be open, but it will be controlled by temporary traffic signals. Officials say you should expect delays or are encouraged to seek alternate routes. We've got more to come. A look at your forecast is next, and then sports. Stay with us.
Introducing the Student Plus account from First National Bank, a free checking account designed for students and parents alike. With Student Plus, parents stay in control with real-time alerts and spending limits, while students learn to manage money safely and independently. Instant transfers, lost card protection, and customizable features make banking simple for the whole family. Getting started is easy. Just visit any First National Bank of Allendale branch with your student, set up mobile banking, and choose the features that work best for you. Student Plus accounts with First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
And welcome back. Time to talk weather here tonight. A gorgeous day across the area. Nothing to speak of in terms of any rainfall out there. And we're going to stay dry for the foreseeable future with definitely more seasonal, maybe even at times chilly temperatures over the next couple of days. A good one today. 72 degrees our high temperature this afternoon. 51 was our seasonal low earlier this morning. No rain in the gauge to speak of. As we put the maps in motion, you're not going to see a whole lot of activity here. In fact, just a few passing clouds as we move this map forward through the evening tonight, through the overnight hours, and through the day tomorrow. On Thursday, just not really going to see a whole lot out there to speak of, and that's going to remain the case, it looks like, for the foreseeable future in our neck of the woods. Tonight, clear and cool. Overnight lows will dip into the low 40s region-wide. Note that 39 back in Vandalia. That'll be more like what we're going to see across much of our region tomorrow night. But highs on Thursday are going to struggle to get to 70. In fact, only McLeansboro and Carmel in our area expected to be in the low 70s. Everywhere else across the board, the upper 60s under sunshiny skies. Thursday night into Friday, the coldest air of the season. Will quickly rebound from this, though. Overnight lows will be in the upper 30s north of US 50, maybe even south of there. Some areas may not reach 40 for the low as we wake up on Friday morning. But on Friday, the sun is still out there. High temperatures back up into the low 70s, setting the stage for a pretty good looking weekend. Your extended forecast, a few more passing clouds Saturday through Monday, but nothing that's going to wipe the sun completely. We slowly warm back up as we move towards the weekend and early next week, with high temperatures getting back into the low 80s. That's your forecast, a good-looking fall forecast for you. Sports is next.
Drive into fall at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a new Ford F-150 up to $6,400 off MSRP. Get 4.9% for 84 months on 2025 Explorers. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Prices have fallen at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get up to $6,000 off a new Jeep Wrangler or a Jeep Cherokee L up to $8,000 off or 0% for 60 months. Come in today or go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Hi, I'm David James, president of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
And I'm Elijah Hadra, one of the captains at the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
Let's start with our first tip, the optimal locations for fire alarms.
So smoke alarms should be installed on every level of your home, outside each sleeping area, and inside every bedroom. For the best protection, we recommend that you interconnect all the smoke alarms so that when one sounds, they all sound.
Grammy Award winner, country and gospel music legend Jimmy Fortune is coming to Wabash Valley College for a performance in the Brubeck Theater, Friday, October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Jimmy Fortune, the voice of the Statler Brothers, with hits like Elizabeth, plus Gaither music gospel hits like I Believe. Tickets are $35, $15 for those 17 and under, and are available by phone at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR code on your screen.
Let's talk sports here tonight. We begin with high school volleyball in the LIC. Mount Carmel beat Newton 2-1. Paris beat Olney 2-1, and Lawrenceville beat Robinson 2-0. In the Black Diamond, Carmi beat Hamilton County 2-0. Fairfield blanked Flora 2-0. In the Greater Egyptian, it was NCOE over Thompsonville 2-0. Elsewhere, Centralia beat Salem 2-1. Marshall over Red Hill 2-0. And Wayne City over North Clay 2-0. Boys soccer now. Congrats to Salem's Eli Baker, setting a new IHSA state career goals record yesterday. He's now at 178. Salem beat East Alton Wood River 11-0. Meanwhile, Newton beat Mount Carmel 3-0 and T-Town beat Olney 2-1. Girls tennis, Mount Carmel beat Mount Vernon yesterday 6-3. Flora beat Newton 7-2. College soccer over the weekend, Wabash Valley fell to Indian Hills 8-0. And in volleyball action, Wabash Valley lost at home Monday to Kaskaskia 3-0, but did go 3-1 at the Vincennes tournament over the weekend, beating Lewis and Clark, but falling to Calhoun, bouncing back to beat St. Louis and Edison State. Frontier beat Rend Lake 3-2 Monday, and Friday they beat Shawnee and East Central, both in straight sets. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for more news. Have a great night.